Hey guys, welcome to the J&K show. We have a special segment we're going to do today. Jay, do you want to tell them what we got?
Yeah, we got the same shirts on. Um, so yeah, but we got a new
Was
deal
I
we're
supposed
gonna
to take
do
this
here.
off?
No, please don't. No, it's too sexy. It's too sexy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
But no, we're gonna hand out the quarter-wards for the where what we personally think are the top players, at least in the first 4 weeks of the year. I know it's not technically the first quarter because you got that extra week added, but shut the hell up. Nobody cares
Oh,
about
well.
that. So, and these are just our personal thoughts. So, comment below who you think should be getting these awards, and we'll call you an idiot if you disagree with us. So, we'll go ahead and start it off here. We'll go with the defensive player right now, at least to
Okay.
start it off. And mine is a bit of a dark horse. Just somebody who I think statistically is doing pretty well, even though he's on a bad team. But I'm going to go with Giants linebacker Brian Burns.
Yeah.
He's playing pretty good ball right now. He's tied for the league lead in sacks. He has at least one sack in every game so far this year. So he's putting out the effort. He's doing
Yeah.
pretty damn well, and that Giants front is amazing. They're just their down linemen are doing really good. So the fact that they have a linebacker who has more sacks, is pretty impressive.
He's going in clean.
It's going in clean. He's coming in hot. But yeah, he's even got some batted balls. You know, not a tackling machine by any means, but he is making damn good plays and he's impacting games at least early so far this year.
Yep, yep. I considered him for sure. He's looking like one of the best pass rushers, not without any question at all.
Yeah.
I went with a different guy because he
Oh
also has
no!
five sacks. I'm going with Byron Young of the Rams
Yeah.
because he also is second in the league with tackles for loss with 7. He is also first in tackles that are the people with high sacks. Anyone with more than 3 sacks, he has 23 tackles. So I thought, okay, he's more active than just a pass rusher, and he has a forced fumble on the year. So I liked how he is playing statistically. He's more of a, all around guy, I thought or felt. So I looked at guys like Garrett and I looked at Granderson, and I looked at your guy Burns, but yeah, I like Byron Young. I thought his statistics were looking pretty good.
Yeah. Plus, he's on a better team, so I mean
That's
that makes a
good.
lot of sense. I almost went Bobby Wagner as
Yeah.
well for an honorable mention, just because he may be in a new place, but he's still Bobby Wagner, man. He's
Yep.
still a maniac running around the field making plays. But at least for my personal opinion, I kind of like to give the good players on bad teams a little bit of a shout out and give them a little bit of attention that they normally wouldn't get from the mothership stations.
So Bobby Wagner's on the Commanders, right?
Yes.
So the most recent image I have is him trying to chase Bajon Robinson down the sideline on a
That's
little
way I
wheel
couldn't
route,
pick him. I couldn't pick him
and I'm
because he
like,
let Bijan
"Oh,
go.
Bobby!"
Rocket!
So yeah, I didn't pick him, but I could see that he's a tackling machine and he's a leader. He's an absolute leader.
Yeah, he is a
Um,
wily vet.
we'll move on then. Let's do. You want to do offensive player of the year then?
Yeah. Well, we'll go
All
with
right.
offensive players so far. Why don't you go ahead and lead us up?
My offensive player of the year, I would have to pick James Cook.
Solid.
He's got 400 yards rushing. He has 21 first downs. He has 5 rushing touchdowns. He absolutely looks on his way to being the best statistical running back this year, which I feel gives you a very good chance of being Offensive Player of the Year. The receivers are not standing out as well as James Cook, I think, at this moment. So I would call him the front runner.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely. I think he's only behind Taylor in rush yards so far right now.
Right. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, he's a touchdown machine. You can about take it to the bank every week. He's going to score a touchdown.
Yeah. Because of Daniel Jones, though, Jonathan Taylor only has one rushing touchdown.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like,
Well,
I
Daniel
I couldn't
Jones
go home.
and AD Mitchell.
Are we over it yet?
No, it's gonna be a
No.
minute. My
Okay.
vagina is definitely still sore because of that. So I'm not too proud to admit it. But I have forgiven him. I
Okay.
told him last night that I forgive him for all of his bad deeds, and we're ready to
Hmm.
start fresh against the Raiders.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I can see absolutely why you would go James Cook there, and that it's a safe, smart pick. He may end
And
up
so
getting it. He
you
may
picked
be the
him.
offensive MVP this year. If not
And
the overall MVP, if it wasn't a quarterback award.
and so you picked James Cook.
So no, I did not pick James Cook.
Okay.
No, I can't change my mind, and only because I have a soft spot for this guy. And I have for a while. My pick for offensive player of the quarter so far is Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Ooh.
And because, they had that week one turd, he only had a few catches, 45 yards in that week one game.
Yeah.
But since then,
Hmm.
23 catches, almost 300 yards, and he's got 6 touchdowns in 3 weeks. So right now, I mean, he's balling out, and when you have your number one receiver, everybody knows it. Everybody knows that Goff is going to be looking for him, and he's
Still.
still against the Bears, 9 catches against the
Mhm.
Ravens, 7 catches. Just this last week against the Browns, 7 catches. They find unique, beautifully designed plays to get him wide open still. He's been the guy there for like what, 4 years now?
Mhm.
And you still cannot stop him. You cannot keep Jared Goff from feeding him the ball. So I
Yeah.
mean, this is with the backs that they have, with JMO, with Laporta. It's
Mhm.
he's still eating. It's like you can't
Mhm.
stop him, and it's like I this was a toss up for me between Amon Ra and Puka, but I went Amon Ra because strictly because of the touchdowns, strictly because of the touchdowns. So maybe I'm a little bit more biased towards receivers. Seems like you're a running back guy, but yeah, I had to go Amon Ra there.
Well, how many rushing yards does Amon-Ra St. Brown have?
Probably 15.
How many receiving yards does James Cook have?
Probably 508. But no, not really. But yeah,
But no, but
he's
more.
a little
That's
bit
kind of
more,
why.
yeah.
Yeah, a
But
little bit more.
yeah, I
Yes.
can absolutely see going James Cook there. I can't argue with that. I
Yeah.
can't call you stupid for it, but
Yeah, I wouldn't.
yeah, but yeah, I have a really soft spot for St. Brown.
Yeah. Yeah, he has 12 catches for 90 yards
Mhm.
and two more first downs. First downs was a big factor for me too. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's a guy moving the damn chains. So
yep, he's
I
moving the
would have put
chains.
Amon Ross second. Obviously, like touchdowns are a big thing. I mean, we've
Hmm.
seen guys like LaDainian Tomlinson and people they've gotten MVPs in a quarterback room
Hmm.
because they've just had so many damn touchdowns. I mean, that's a big
Yeah,
factor. So I definitely agree with you putting Puka below Amon Ra. But yeah, Amon Ra, I would just put him second. Uh, that dud in the beginning of the year was a little bit of a factor for me. I
yeah,
agree, though, with 3 games, if he had another one like that, he would be the offensive player of the year. So I could see what you're thinking per game.
yeah,
He's coaching, so I get
yeah.
that.
The hamster was running about as fast as it could go.
All righty, so let's just do rookie. What do you got for your rookie of the year?
I think if he's not, shame on you, but I think it's everybody's rookie of the year so far right now, Mecca Buka.
Yes.
Without a doubt, he's making a massive, massive impact on that team. Um, and right out of the gates too, week one,
Hmm.
with 2 touchdowns. He may not. I think he's got what? He's only got 18 total receptions. But as a rookie, when you got Mike Evans and you got Bucky Irving, I mean, come on, man. I mean, you're still doing more with the Rock. He's taking it massive chunk plays and already with 4 touchdowns and through 4 weeks. So that's a good impact for especially a rookie. And I don't lose sight here that a Michigan Wolverine fan is making an Ohio State Buckeye his rookie of the year so far pick. So I'm not too biased, and I know talent when I see it. This dude kicked our ass there for a little bit. So I'm going to show him a little bit of respect.
I agree with you. It is
Mm,
definitely a Mecca Ibuka.
yeah.
However, would you like me to take a moment to piss you off?
Do it.
You know who I think's number two? Quinshawn Judkins,
Quinshon Judkins. Yeah.
another Buckeye.
You've only seen 2 games of him, though.
Three
So,
games, I believe.
well, okay. Well,
I think it was three
I'll leave
games.
it at 2.5.
He had
But
61 against Baltimore, 94 against Green Bay, 82 against Detroit. Um, he didn't play game one. And I look at that and I'm like, if he had played game one, he probably would have done better than 60 yards against Buffalo.
yeah,
So I'm looking at it and I'm thinking he probably would be pushing over 300 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. So I was like, dang, he's probably number two.
yeah.
Um, he's better than J&T at this point, although J&T finally erupted last week.
Yeah, if you
So,
look at it just as a this week, who's your week 4, then yeah,
yeah,
Janty would make that cut. But they haven't.
yeah.
They finally got some stuff out of him this week, and it's scary if they can keep that ball rolling. But that might change. But yeah, as of right now, definitely
And
Ibuka, and I could understand a Judkins, but yeah, we just haven't seen enough out of him yet. I don't think.
yeah, and then you got Hampton. He was awesome, and you got R.J. Harvey. But they haven't been awesome every week, and it feels like Judkins has. I mean, for you to go 10 of 61 against Baltimore, he's pretty much getting 5 a carry, and so I look at that and I'm like, okay, J&T is getting like 2.5 there for a second. So I have to say right now, things are trending towards Judkins finishing number two. My concern, honestly, for you, I know you like Ibuka as far as what you've seen. My concern is that Ibuka may start to fall off as people realize how good he is. But Judkins is, I mean, he might continue to do what he's doing.
Yeah, I
And
don't
maybe,
honestly. I don't see Ibuka falling off really because you got they may say this guy's going to be good. We should probably trail him a little bit, but
yeah.
Godwin's get back. Godwin's back. Mike Evans will be back in 2 or 3 weeks.
Sure.
What are you going to do with that hot mess on the field?
What
You
are you
got
going to
what
do?
are you gonna do? I mean, it's just who are you gonna double? I mean, of course, everybody's probably gonna look at it and say, "Well, you want to double Mike Evans." It's like, okay, well then you're gonna have single coverage or maybe some sort of zone coverage against Ibuka and Godwin. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think so. You're
Yeah.
just going to have to sit there and play some man and zone and just hope for the best. So I think
Yeah.
he could absolutely maintain these numbers, if not improve on them. Like I said, it seems like
Yeah.
he's done a lot, and he's only got 18 receptions right now. But what he's done with them has been amazing, and he's got big playability. He can break the ball off at any given chance. So
Yeah.
he could have a scary good rookie. He could maybe break some touchdown records or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can't argue it right now. I wanted our boy Warren to be in there, but right now
Yeah,
Warren is one of many weapons.
I
And
think
right
he's a
now
top, yeah, top 3 for sure.
the way the Colts are maturing and evolving as an offense, Warren is going to, when you watch a Colts game, he's going to be a key guy week in and week out. But he's not always going to have the stat line because he's out there blocking. He's throwing blocks. He's out there leading Jonathan Taylor up the middle sometimes. He's going out there and catching, 15-yard bombs every time you turn around to the sideline, running the ball a little bit, but he's not going to be 25 yards downfield that often like Ibuka and making these amazing catches every time. Ibuka's just making a habit of it, so you just have to have him at one.
Yeah, Tyler Warren's route tree is not as wide as Ibuka's is right now.
For a tight
You're
end, it's pretty.
definitely you're having some late release routes. You're having some just find the middle of the gap in the linebackers and turn real quick, or some outs. Like the out routes that old boy used to like to run back in the day.
Yeah.
Jack Doyle. He's good for that 10-yard out, and that was about it. But
Hand. I'm raising my hand.
don't do that.
Okay, sorry. I have to ask a question. Did he change his number? Real confused, Colts fans everywhere. Tyler Warren's 84, but wasn't he wearing 44 for Clark for a second?
He looked like it.
No, I'm being serious. Like, he was wearing 44. They even did an interview where Dallas Clark, he was like, "How do you feel about you're wearing 44?" And so far he's wearing 84. And I was like,
He's been 84 all year. I'm pretty sure. Maybe he did some preseason
he wore
press.
44 at Penn State.
Penn State, he was 44. Yeah,
That's what it was. So they probably just brought it up, and he was never. That's you see right there. That was almost like a Mandela effect. I saw that he was in a 44 in a Colts uniform, but that was
either Mandela effect or you were having a goddamn stroke. I don't know what it was.
Hey, are you okay?
Okay, man.
All right, but we're gonna do MVP. How are we doing MVP? Tell us how we're doing this.
It is way too early.
Yes.
Way too early. But we got to get content out, so this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna go ahead and do our 5 way too early MVP race right now.
Okay.
And again, it's just our personal opinion. Shut up.
Get your
you have
panties
something
in
to
a
say.
twist.
If you have something to say, give us some clicks, give us some comments, tell us how wrong we are and how stupid we are, and we will talk back. So don't
We will
complain.
always
Don't just talk to your phone and be like, "Well, you guys are stupid." Tell us why. Give us your reason why. Exactly. Don't do that. Just comment, give us some stuff, and we'll interact with you. So I will go, 5-1, who
Okay.
I think and you think should be in the MVP race at
We're gonna go back and
right
forth?
now. Right now.
Go back and forth.
We'll go back and forth. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and start off though. My number 5 right now would be Baker Mayfield.
Ooh.
Just because he's been clutch, man. This dude is making plays. He's tough. He's being a leader. He's rallying the troops. He's getting up. He's getting hurt, and then hearing somebody talk shit, and then he's right up. He got it going. He's not hurt anymore, and he's just ready. He's ready to talk that ish. Like he's ready to bring it. Yeah, Baker Mayfield style. At this point, I think you would expect Baker Mayfield to have a few turnovers. He's only got one. He's got 8 touchdowns, 1 interception so far. He's got a 95-1 quarterback rating. So he's playing really, really good. He just passed 900 yards against Philly. So he's almost at 1,000 already. But I think he's, at this point in his career, he's playing his best ball right now. And I think he could only get better. If they sustain this, he should be at least considered for an MVP.
I don't agree.
That's fine.
But the reason I don't agree is I would put him at 6 if I had him a list, because MVP is not an all quarterback award. If it's an all quarterback award, then he would be 5. Teaser, he's not.
Yeah.
He's gonna.
Well,
be
hey,
6.
Believe it or not, I've only got 2 quarterbacks on this list.
Oh, that's outrageous! You really screwed up. I can't wait.
But
Can't wait.
Telling you.
At number 5, I am putting Lamar Jackson. His stats are awesome, but his team is not. When you have one of the best,
you can't have an MVP on a team that's 1-3.
Well, you can when he has 10 touchdowns and 1 interception, which is better than Baker's. But his passer rating is a 130.5.
Yep. How many wins is that accumulated?
Is Baker's is a 95. So he is 35 points QB rating behind Lamar Jackson. What I did was I said, well, Lamar is having the best statistical deal. I'll put him at 5 since his team and him suck as far as record. Now, if they turn it the hell around, which he apparently isn't playing this week, but if they were to turn it around and be 10-7 and he still has a 130 passer rating, he's probably going to get votes in the top 5. So that's why he's 5. For a 130 passer rating, Guys have gotten that for 120. Peyton Manning, these guys have gotten it when they have a 120, 118, a 130. So yeah, he has to be on the list. It's asinine to have him off of the list. But for 1 and 3 for the Quarter-wards,
Yeah.
no.
Absolutely, man. You gotta do something. I mean, yeah,
Lamar,
they're still scoring points. You can't. There's no denying that, and there's no denying that he's not having a really good statistical start to the year.
how many points
But
are they scoring this week without Lamar? 40
I would be surprised if they put up 24 because
MVP.
they're
There you
playing the
go.
they're
He just
playing the
won
Texans.
MVP. Congratulations.
No, I don't think so. I don't see that at all. If
I'd
if that's the
argue.
case, If that's
Go
the
ahead.
case, Matthew Stafford should have at least 4 MVPs.
I could agree with that. Hey, Peyton Manning should have got the year we went 2-14. We
Mm-hmm.
were clearly the MVP that year. Look at the
Yeah,
Colts, the same team. Oh no, we suck.
yeah, but no, yeah, you can't. Man, I want to root for the guy because I love Lamar Jackson. I love watching him play. Um, what he does has never been done before, and I don't think
Yeah.
will be duplicated anymore, even after he's done playing. But
Hmm.
man, it just seems like when the game is bigger than the players and the lights are the brightest, for whatever reason he shits, and it's
Yeah.
just it's an ongoing thing. And when they played Kansas City Sunday, he's 1-6 against the Chiefs. You have to be able to get over that summit eventually, and I don't see it happening. I just not this year.
So the
It
rule
could be
is
because of his supporting cast. Yeah, that might be his downfall this year. But you can't. I don't think anybody's going to look at them from an outside perspective, at least with
no.
MVP votes, and say, "Yeah, I'm going to give Lamar a couple votes here."
Yeah, I'm picking them with the thought that they aren't going to finish like six and some crap. I mean, they could, but I'm not.
Whoever would have thought that possible?
I'm not thinking that's going to happen. So anyway, so you're saying that he can't get his third MVP because he hasn't beat the Chiefs.
Not just because he hasn't beaten the Chiefs, it's because when he's playing high end competition, when there's something on the line, for whatever reason, it's not there. The magic isn't there. But
How
when
many
he's playing,
MVPs? How many MVPs did Peyton Manning have before we finally beat New England? Like at least three, right? At
I
least
mean,
two.
that's fine. Well, we
I
beat New
mean,
England in the regular season, but which is like when
okay,
you get to the playoffs, it was
okay,
like,
that's
all
fair.
right, that's when there's something on the line, when it's win or go home, when your back's against the wall. Yeah, he beat Tennessee in the playoffs, but he hasn't beaten Buffalo. He hasn't beaten Kansas City. The cream of the crop, as Macho Man would say. It's
Honestly,
just
the
something's
indictment
got to
and
happen.
the indictment too is the only team to make the AFC, not Kansas City, is a team from his division in the Bengals. So that's
Yeah,
another indictment. That's fair.
yeah,
That's fair.
absolutely.
I have at number 4, I have James Cook because he's the
Okay,
best running back, and I believe a running back deserves love in the MVP votes
absolutely.
because they touch the ball the third most. If we're gonna say it's a quarterback deal, I'm like, well, quarterback touches the ball every time, and the running back touches it the third most because the center also has it tied.
Aha, aha. Unless
So
they
you,
run wildcat formation. Then the quarterback
so
doesn't touch the ball every time.
yeah, but they can turn and just hand it to somebody else. So that doesn't come
Yeah,
on.
I got something
So
he could do with
James
his
Cook,
hand.
I would put James Cook at 4 for all the reasons we talked about earlier. I think
Yeah,
that Buffalo could be where they're at and what they're going to do, and it has a lot to do with him. So I have him at 4.
100%. He's definitely a pulse of that team for sure.
Yeah.
Might surprise you, but he's on my list too. But he's not at number 4.
Ooh.
Um, at number 4, I have something that I don't think the NFL would ever allow to happen. But a wide receiver, Puka Nakua.
Boo.
Yep, I know it. That's going to get me in some hot water. But
Well, that's
this
no.
dude, I don't care. I don't care who they're playing. He's going to get 10 catches. He's going to get close to 100 yards. And goddamn, he blocks, dude. He blocks.
Yeah.
This dude does everything. It pisses me off that he plays for somebody that's not Indianapolis. It really, really, really makes me mad. It really grinds my shit so bad. But
Yeah.
you want to, when he's playing your team, you want to hate him. You want to say, of course Puka's going to get the ball. Where do you think else they're going to go? Put three
With his
guys on
stupid
Puka
hair.
with his damn hair, but if you're actually looking at it, if you're an overall fan of the game, you just have to look at him in awe because what he does is ridiculous. It's Jamar Chase-esque. It's Justin Jefferson-esque. Jerry Rice-esque, if I dare step on that ledge. You just know that they're going to get the ball and they're going to look to get them the ball. And you can roll your coverage, but then you just end up rolling your eyes because he's going to get his stuff. And there's nothing that you can do about it.
It feels like if they're going to throw his way, he's pretty much going to get it. And it's frustrating.
He's got them big old paws, too.
Yeah. There's just no way. But
I know.
And the J&K show, we show love where it's deserved, even if we just know that the love isn't going to be given from others, and that's okay. Nope. Give him some love. I imagine with the same ruling that you might have another receiver on your list from what we just talked about.
No, that's the only one. I can only be so ridiculous.
Okay, all right.
I can't be too ridiculous.
Okay.
But
well, then
we'll go up to my number 3, and this is where James Cook comes in for me.
There you go.
I have him come in at number 3, for everything that you said a little bit ago. So I won't beat a horse to death here, but he's second in the league in rushing at 400 yards. He's got 5 touchdowns, 75 rushes for 401. He's definitely the pulse of the offense. Of course, Josh Allen is going to be your franchise guy. Nobody's going to take that away from him. But the fact that he's doing what he's doing and the line is blocking as good as they're blocking for him, he's making things happen, which is allowing Josh Allen to save his body for later in the year when he's going to need to make that 20-yard run in the playoffs or further. You never know. But what James Cook is doing now, I hope to God this guy stays healthy, because this is probably the absolute best chance that Buffalo has to make a Super Bowl run and finally get that franchise a damn title. And it's going to depend on James Cook staying healthy. I'm sorry, Ty Johnson, but you're not going to win them a championship. It's going to have to be James Cook. So right now, I love what I'm seeing from the guy.
I worry that there's just not enough tables in the city of Buffalo if they win a Super Bowl.
Oh, they would import some for sure.
Bamboo, cedar, plastic, metal, whatever they can get their hands on.
They would do it too.
Yeah. I like that pick. James Cook, I thought, deserved to be in there.
Yeah.
My number 3 is probably going to piss you off. So
everything pisses me off. It's okay.
I feel like they had a bit of a setback and they're kind of out of sorts. But if they trend upward, where I think they're going to go, I picked Jordan Love at number 3.
Ridiculous.
I did that because he has a 113 QB rating right now. He is 8-1 touchdowns to interceptions. He has 1,000 yards passing. Those are all better than Baker or tied with Baker. They're not better than Lamar's, but his team is. Micah Parsons, and the way they're built, their team is probably going to be in the hunt or be involved in a big way. And his passing completion percentage is better than Baker's as well. So I don't know what you're doing on your phone right now.
I don't know.
You're just upset.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen it here, guys. I brought up Ohio State Buckeyes over the course of the last 3 weeks.
Wrong.
And he has now resorted to memeing me, which is outrageous. Jordan Love didn't even be a Buckeye. He was never a Buckeye. But anyway,
Yeah.
so Jordan
How can
Love
you
is
do that though? How can you say Jordan Love should be in the MVP race right now? I mean, with a straight face, even that's ridiculous.
you put Puka Nacua at 4.
Is he not productive?
Is Jordan Love not productive? Do you want me to go through those stats
No,
again?
not at all, man. What did we against Cleveland?
Do
They
you
dropped that
think
game
they
because of him.
do you think they'd be in the same boat with Malik Willis at quarterback? Come on.
Malik Willis did win 3 games for him last year. I stop it now. Jordan, he's good. Maybe he's in the top 10 of an MVP race, but top 5, I'm not ready. From what we saw Sunday night. Yeah, he might have had a good statistical night, but he really didn't play the greatest. But then he had that bad game against Cleveland.
Here, let me ask you this. Who is the best offensive player on the Green Bay Packers?
Josh Jacobs.
Is he really showing you that? Like I would agree on talent, but has he really showed you that? Is the scheme and the fit showing you that? Or is it Jordan Love's team?
I would say Josh Jacobs is probably the most talented offensive player. Second would probably be Romeo Dobbs' guardian cap.
I think that what he just said was, you're right, Jordan Love. So we can move on. Who is your, or is it my turn?
Your turn. You go ahead and do it.
Number 2. I think the next 2 we're going to agree on.
Maybe.
My number 2 is Jared Goff.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not an agreement. But I can appreciate the fact that you have Goff ahead of Jordan fucking Love.
Right. Because he's better. Much better.
Much better. But even I didn't have Goff.
Goff is 113 just like him. He's 9 touchdowns, 2 picks. He also has right around 1,000 yards passing. They look like a well-oiled machine. Consistency from last year. I'm like, you know what? This could be his year. So I have him at number 2.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm not going to argue with that one at all.
5?
Didn't have him on my 5 just because, I just think with me, yeah. with Jared Goff, it's either I'm going to throw for 350 yards and 5 touchdowns, or I'm going to throw for 175 and 2.
You're using his running backs against him.
Yes, I'm using his running backs against him a little bit. But, is he talented? Is he probably the second best option on their team? Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I just don't think it's MVP level yet. Could that change? Absolutely, it could. I wouldn't argue.
That's also me thinking they might win another 14 games. That's a big factor for like how they pick MVP to me.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I don't even think he got MVP votes last year, and which I think is a travesty. He should have definitely been considered. Now, I think they kind of force-fed Josh Allen a little bit last year with the MVP. Definitely think Lamar should have gotten MVP again last year. But, I think they kind of forced it to Josh a little bit last year. But I'm not going to argue about Jared Goff too much. I just don't think yet, at least right now, I just don't – I don't have him in my top 5. Top 10? Yeah. But I'm not ready to put him in that upper echelon just yet.
Oh man, you're scaring me. Who is your number 2?
Number 2 is a little bit of a heart. But I'm gonna go Jonathan Taylor.
Oh man.
Just because, look, he's had good years here before, but right now, at least the start of this year, I think is the best that he's looked since he's been in Naptown. So he may not have the touchdowns, but he's back into old JT form, and he's running hard. His average is up. He's breaking long runs like he always did before. He's already got a couple 40-plus runs. He's leading the league in rushing right now. He's only got 3 touchdowns, but, it's week 4. 3 touchdowns in 4 weeks is not a bad average. So he's fitting the offense really well. The offense, I believe, is running through him again. which is a great sight to see because, sometimes, especially the last 2 years, maybe it was because of his contract dispute and, Ursay and Steichen were just like, fuck you, dude. We're not going to do anything with you. But he's actually involved now. He's a team guy now. You can see that he actually gives a damn about the people around him. So he's become a really great teammate. He is a leader in that huddle. And I just think that right now, he is the most valuable player on our team. So to have the league leader in rushing so far be the MVP on their team, I think you have to have him. Maybe 2 is a little high, but he's definitely in my top 5 for sure. But I went ahead and put him at 2.
I mean, the factors I think about is like, will he statistically finish ahead of James Cook?
He's ahead of James Cook now.
Well, in yards, touchdowns.
Yeah. Touchdowns, Cook's got him. Yeah, but Taylor's got him in yards. It's close in yards.
My next question is, are the Colts going to have a better record than the Bills? And so, like, it's just kind of tough for me to put him ahead. I didn't want to be too much of a homer. You did.
Well, when your homer is the top running back so far, and he's proven to do it before, I think you're able to kind of have at least one slot on your top 5 filled in by that guy. So I went ahead and I took it. I don't care. I could go viral. If Jonathan Taylor, if you see this, I love you, bro. Don't listen to what this guy says.
Now, wait
you belong, sir.
I'm the one that went to the training camp, and I took a picture next to the cutout of Jonathan Taylor, giving him a big old hug and looking at him lovingly, because I was worried that he wasn't going to be with us too much longer. There was a lot of uncertainty around him. So I don't think you were doing that. I was looking at him longingly and lovingly. So don't twist this around like I don't love Jonathan Taylor. He's fantastic. My concern is he lost Offensive Player of the Year a few years ago to Cooper Kupp. And so if I think there's someone statistically better and they have a better record, which kind of went against him that time, I have to stay consistent. What I think would happen is if they stayed on their trend, James Cook will have 20 touchdowns and he'll have like 15, and they'll have similar yardage, and I think they'll pick James Cook. That's my thinking. But
yeah, they could.
Jonathan Taylor's the kind of guy, ironically against Buffalo, who can put 4 on him, and then he can suddenly have touchdowns over James Cook. So I get it. It's early, but that's where I was at right now.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, even if Cook does have a better statistical year than Taylor, he's got the defending MVP on his team already. So he's got that going against him.
True.
And
That's true.
I don't think that if you look at it and you hold up James Cook right here, and then you got Josh Allen over here, I mean, they're going to give it to Josh Allen because it is a quarterback award. As much as I hate it, what I personally would really like to see is a non-quarterback win the damn thing. But it's just the quarterbacks get paid so much money, so much stuff has to go through them.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get all the praise and you're gonna get all the blame, then I mean maybe you should be a little bit higher on that option of winning the award. But you're not always quarterback is not always going to be the most valuable person on the team. You lose a good running back, you lose a good receiver, your team's going to take a hit, and you're going to lose productivity. So maybe that could be something that happens. You never know.
I guess what I'm thinking with that is for a running back or even a receiver to get it, they probably have to have a record-breaking year, or the quarterbacks have to have a fairly down year. Because for those two situations, I don't think that it'll be possible. Just for me, I like when I see them getting votes, but I don't think the way the football's played, they're probably going to have much of a chance. My mind tells me running back has to go for 2,000 rushing yards. He probably has to have at least 500 to 700 receiving, and he probably has to have 25 or more total touchdowns to really be given the opportunity. And then I think of guys like Adrian Peterson and LaDainian Tomlinson. those are like some of the only running backs that have ever really been close enough or have gotten MVP. So that is all time
Yeah.
season. So
Yeah.
I want it, but it does have to be validated with the credentials. It can't just be, hey, this was the best running back. We're tired of the quarterback getting it. It's going to have to be an unbelievable season.
Yeah. If Christian McCaffrey a couple years ago can't win
He
the
should have got it.
MVP,
Yes.
then I don't think it's ever going to happen.
No.
So, I mean, it would have to be like a strike, UFL kind of like merger year or some shit like that. Like things are going to have to happen. Like they get like a CBA goes bad and the players strike. So you're left with like high school
Yeah.
kids playing in the NFL before something like that will happen. So unfortunately, it's what we live in now. It's the era that we're in. It could change
Yep.
maybe one day when Elon creates the first all robot AI NFL team. But you know, unfortunately, I think we all know that a quarterback is going to win MVP all the time
Yeah.
because they get so much blame when things go bad, but
Mhm.
then they get all the praise when things go good. You know, you look at quarterbacks are the only person on the team that have a win-loss record. You don't see linebackers with a win-loss record. You don't have a wide
Mhm.
receiver with a win-loss record. It's always the
Mhm.
quarterback, the head coach,
Yeah.
and the team overall that
Yeah.
have
They're the
that record.
coach.
So
They're the coach on the field.
absolutely, yeah.
They carry all of the franchise on their shoulders typically, and so they have all of the same record stuff and everything that goes with it. So yeah,
Well, when you're
it
goddamn getting 50 million a year, I mean, you got to carry something.
yes, I agree. So do we have the same person at one?
We probably do, but
I
just
think
just for
so.
the sake of it, I'm gonna say number one, Josh Allen, bar none. I mean, he's still he's on the top of the mountain right now, and he hasn't done anything to play himself out of that role yet. So he's only solidified the reason that they picked him last year. Even though I say he was kind of a forced pick last year,
He
but
was
you
had
can't deny it. So far this year, he's playing better. The team's undefeated. He
mhm,
doesn't have the turnovers. He's only got one interception, and it was
yeah,
just this last week.
yeah,
So he's not, and he doesn't have to run as much, and they're still undefeated. So yeah, you can attribute that to James Cook, who made both of our lists as well. But you know, he's not he's not putting them in bad spots. He's playing, making really good decisions. He married Haley Steinfeld for God's sake. So
hmm
he's good with me. Yeah, I don't see any reason why he should be uh, dismantled right now.
no. He's elevated his game. We used to see a different version. He's elevated his game. You would probably have to say that when you watched him play, and he played against him already, that he's a little bit better than Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
And I know that's why
absolutely.
they gave it to him, but statistically, there really last year there was no rhyme or reason to not give it to Lamar. There was no one thing you could say that made any sense at all except Lamar's been here a while. That was it. That was
And I
it.
hated that. Why can't we do like they did in the 2000s, you know, when they would have
Yeah.
back-to-back MVP winners. You know, they
Yeah.
Peyton would win it back-to-back.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers would win it back-to-back. Brett Favre won back-to-back. Tom Brady, I mean, Tom Brady, I would argue didn't win it as many times as he probably should. But that's what happens
Yeah.
when you're playing in the same era as Peyton Manning, and it's just he did so much to just pop out at you on the sheet when
hmm
Brady didn't have to do all the statistical stuff because he had a really good run game and an even better defense.
Yeah.
But you know, if he can get back to something like that, where it's like, okay, well, we have to have parity in the MVP race now in the NFL all of a sudden, because I definitely think Lamar Jackson should have won the MVP last year, and I think it's a tragedy that they took it away from him. And
Because now
then
he's not getting it this
you
year.
see what's going on now. Yeah, he's definitely not going to be up for it this year. I mean,
hmm
unless he gets healthy really, really quick, and Baltimore
hmm
turns it the hell around, and they go undefeated when he comes back.
Yeah.
So it's going to be hard for him to be competitive in that MVP race this year.
One small thing that I saw that made me kind of kind of like to do a double take. They have the QB rating, and Lamar is number one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I looked at QBR, and Josh Allen is number two.
Number 2,
Do you know which quarterback is number one?
Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is a little impressive because that kind of tells me something, which is the way they analyze QBR supposedly is the effectiveness or the efficiency of the decisions of the quarterback.
Yeah.
For Daniel Jones right now to be first in QBR ahead of the reigning MVP, Colts fans, like just
And I've been
woo!
saying it so far this year. Before the Rams game, I did not see him put one ball in a bad spot.
No.
His placement has been almost perfect all year long.
Yep.
And the only reason and I'm not going to crack on him too much for his 2 picks this last week, but when you're playing a team as good as the Rams, you have to do something. You have to put the ball in a bad spot here and there to maybe get somebody to make a great catch or get a penalty or something like that, because you're going to have to do those kind of things when you're playing a team of that caliber. So I still think Daniel Jones, and if he keeps playing the way he's been playing, he may just fuck around and find himself in that MVP race come towards the end of the year. So we'll see if they can keep it up, and then if he keeps playing good, maybe he'll be on the halfway there awards.
Yeah, maybe. The 2 quarter-wards.
2 quarter. We got to try to get copyright for like using Bon Jovi for when it comes to that. We got to find a way to use that.
Okay. Anyway, what I also would point out too is being number one in QBR ahead of Josh Allen, they are already counting the interceptions he just threw. And you just said Josh Allen has less interceptions, and the QBR is still saying Daniel Jones are better, which tells me that maybe I was wrong about how the throw looked and the decision making of the interception. Like maybe with QBR, it's like the determination of that play and who was open, that was sort of the right read or something, or those are like the only bad reads he's had the whole season. Because at first in QBR, I mean, like, okay, all right, I'll shut up and try to enjoy me some Colts, and hopefully the rest of the fans will allow themselves to be like, okay, look, little bad things happen, but we are playing well, and try to enjoy it.
Yeah, and I still look at it. We played our worst game and only lost by 7 to, you could say, a top 3 or 4 team in the NFC. So
we both have them now in the top.
Yeah. So yeah, we could absolutely see Danny Dimes there in the halfway there, but even towards the end of the year. So I can only selfishly hope that we continue this upward trend. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Also, I wish we would have brought it up in our other segment we did before. Colin Cowherd today, he put the Denver Broncos at 9 and the Colts
this is going to be a short.
Congratulations to the Colts at 10, right?
Yeah.
He just put the Broncos ahead of us.
Yeah.
For beating the Bengals.
Yeah, for beating the Bengals. Like
but we were taken off for beating the Titans.
Yeah, we were taken off for beating the Titans. They were
who the Broncos struggled against.
Yeah.
And we beat them.
Yeah. And the other thing that he did that really pissed me off, he put the Chiefs at 4 because they beat the Ravens and they beat them soundly.
Yeah. And
but Giants. Everybody is beating the Ravens this year.
Yeah.
And they had the Packers at 5. And they just tied with arguably probably the 3rd or 4th worst team in the NFC.
Jordan Love MVP.
No, both of you can kiss my ass. There's just no way right now. I just don't see how. I mean, I get it. He claims that it's what are you doing now? It's current. And it's not an overall sense, but I mean,
so he's more impressed with our loss to the Rams than our win against the Titans. Okay,
it's ridiculous.
We played.
I think he had the Rams at 3. Which makes us look all right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, dude, make up your mind and just why those three teams there. Why are the Chiefs at 4? Why are the Packers at 5? I don't have a problem with the Packers being in the top 10. Don't get me wrong. I don't even have a problem with the Chiefs being in the top 10 right now. But to have them both in the top 5, give me a break ahead of Detroit? I don't think so. No way.
No. I think here on the J&K show, we're going to, I think, and you can choose which one you like better, Jay, because this is a team effort. I think we're going to have to coin the phrase clickbait Cowherd.
Clickbait Cowherd.
Or clickbait Colin. One of the two. Or you can put it all together. Clickbait Colin Cowherd. It's kind of a tongue twister. Which one do you like better? I think we're going to have to make this something for the audience, and we're going to have to start to say, because they're a little bit outrageous. Broncos can't be ahead of the Colts. It makes absolutely no sense at all.
No.
We beat them. The Titans comparative game. No, it makes no sense. That right there is him not really taking a lot of time. Maybe he's not even the one making the choices, and he's got some writers doing it for him.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me if J-Mac's the one doing it. That guy's a freaking moron.
So Cowherd, do better. Until then, which one are we going with, Jay?
Cowherd.
What? That's not even one I gave you.
I know. I just made it up on the spot because that's what I do. But I like Cowherd clickbait. That's not bad.
Cowherd clickbait. Mm-hmm. All right. That's what we'll do. All right. Well, guys, thank you for joining us on our exclusive Quarter-wards segment created by Jay himself. Continue to like and subscribe for more content. And until then, see you later.